Write the date. Hey guys, there should be no talking right now. Thank you. All right, this is hour 3, so that's what you would write there. Listen, it says pre-assessment ratio recipe IB task. My favorite dish. This is obviously from like British or some sort of place where they spell things a little bit differently. You'll also notice that we don't usually measure our stuff in grams. Why are we talking? Thank you. We don't usually measure our stuff in grams, but you will still see some measurements, right? 50, a cup, a can, 120, 2, 1, all those things. It says, cut the onion, red peppers, and bacon into small pieces. Heat some olive oil. Fry the onion, red peppers, and bacon. Add some spices, garlic, tomatoes, and water, and cook for 20 minutes. Cook the pasta in a big pot of boiling water. Serve the pasta with the sauce and enjoy. Put it away or I will take it. Guys, if I see phones out and I've asked you multiple times to put it away, I will ask you for your phone. It's very disruptive. Okay. The back is where we're going to be. It says soon it will be your turn to prepare an actual recipe and show the class several ratios you use to make your recipe. Before we get started, I want to see what you know about ratios. So using the recipe on the first page, so using this, answer the following questions. What ingredients are needed for your recipe? So turn back here, see what ingredients are needed. Go ahead and list them. Yes, you have to write quite a bit. Yes. What are the ingredients needed? I want to make sure you know what to do when it comes to your post-assessment. So list the ingredients needed. You don't have to put them in a, like, you can do like 2 lists maybe if you need more space. Go ahead and list those ingredients. So number 1. It's good for your hand to get a little exercise. Not necessarily. It might help you for a little bit later, but you can just write the names of the ingredients if you would like. James, less talking, more writing. So we've listed the ingredients from our recipe that we're using here. What is one ratio you see in this recipe? If you do not know, you can leave 4 blank. It is okay. But if you do know, go ahead and write a ratio that you see in the recipe. I just want to know what you know. So if you do not know, you're not going to write anything there. Yep, I guess. So if you did write something in ratio 4, you're going to do number 5. If you didn't, you're just going to relax for a minute. Using that ratio, if you're going to double the recipe, what would the new ratio be? Show your work. This is number 5. If you don't know what to put for number 4, you're just chilling out right now. Number 6, it says using that ratio. So again, if you did not do anything for number 4, your mouth is just staying closed and you're not making sounds and disrupting each other. You're just going to relax for a minute. But if you did write something here, if you were going to make 7 batches, what would the new ratio be? If you were going to make 7 batches. I'm reading number 6. All right. Number 7, again, if you did not do number 4, just relax. If you want to make half of a batch, what would the new ratio be? Show your work. So for number 8, you can think about this even if you did not do the last 4 problems. Are the ratios you found in 5, 6, and 7 equivalent? Would they be equivalent to the ratio from number 4? Explain. Explain. Yes.
What are we doing tomorrow? Like,
Sleeping in. That's what I'm doing tomorrow.
oh yeah, I forgot about that. What are we doing on Monday?
What are we doing on Monday? We are moving on to 3-2.
Oh dang it! Because I was gonna ask, like, on like some day that we aren't doing anything, hopefully next week, if we could make a candy salad like as a class.
There is probably not going to be a day that you're not doing anything in that.
But like
Do you know how much crap I have to cover besides everything else?
I mean, we can like
We'll figure something out, but probably not giving you guys more sugar.
we can do what we used to do on Monday on Tuesday.
So please be sure you've got a notebook. Turn to a blank page in the notebook. It does not matter if there is writing on other pages or a name on the cover. You're going to turn to a blank page in the notebook. If you don't have a notebook right now, you need to get off your butt and grab one. Then grab one. So you're going to, first of all, put your name in the top right corner. And you're going to put your hour here. And then you're going to write Blooket. Right? Don't write Mrs. Lobb, write your name. Silly sillies.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Oh god.
All right. Some of these will require you to have to do decimals. But guys, listen. Here's how I want you to show your work. Shh. Guys, we want to do fun things, but you got to be able to listen too, okay? So say this first question. I'm just going to pick one of these. This one's a little weird, so I'm going to do that one. It says, what you will see, don't write this down, but what you will see on it is 9 divided by 8. Weird, right? Which one goes on the outside? The 8. So you can write this part down. You're going to put 8 into 9. You can write this down. Yes, this will help you. This gives you one of the answers, right? We're going to do one together before we get going. So now I'm thinking in my head, how many times can 8 go into 9? Excellent, just once. And then I would subtract what from 9? 8. Gives me a remainder of what? 1. Do I stop here? No. Well, here you could and say remainder 1. But you know that you could go on. In this one, it's using remainders. I don't like that. Let me see if I can grab a different one. I was hoping that we would have decimal remainders. But all they're offering are remainders. That is not helpful. All right. I think. Here we go. I got a good one. Okay. Hey guys, this is gonna be good because you're going to get really good at this game. There are only, guess what? 5 questions. So how many do you need to show on your paper? 5 questions. Once you've written down the answer, couldn't you just use that as your, yes. All right. So use that power. So we're going to say, this is too easy for us. We're going to do something like this. 5. We'll call this number 1. The real number 1. 5 into 3954. So remember, this reads as 3,954 divided by 5. This is how this reads. So you need to know how to go from this to this, right? We talked about that. Our divisor goes on the outside. Keaton and SJ need to move away from each other now. I'm literally talking. When I give you free reign and flexibility, do you think I can trust that? You guys need to keep your hands to yourselves. 5 cannot go into 3. How many times can it go into 39? 7. 7 times 5 is what? 35. What's 39 minus 35? 4. Now I'm bringing down the 5. How many times can 5 go into 45? 9 times, because 9 times 5 is 45. Now what do I do? Am I done? Now I've got to bring down the 4. How many times can 5 go into 4? 0. So I need to put a 0 here. Now what do I do? Yes. Add a decimal. If the decimal's here, it's got to come up here. The decimal means, please stop talking, Landon, and maybe move away from your friend there if you can't handle it, is to bring down this 0. How many times can 5 go into 40? 8. Is that even? Yes, so now I'm finally done. So that answer is 790 and 8/10. So these are all, give your answer as a decimal. There's even a word problem. Ooh, I like it. All right, are you ready? So go ahead and go into Blooket. We're going to do some candy quest here. Can I get a All right. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my video.